What's Lee Anderson been up to today?
Make a meal for about
Who's
30
this?
pence a
It's
day,
30p a meal, Lee Anderson. And in today's episode, we're going to hear why Lee thinks the Tories will win the next general election.
It's very hopeful for me over the past few weeks because...
But before we do, here's what else Lee has been up to. When he's not assaulting people,
Got anything to say for yourself?
taking Steve Bray's hat,
Overnight,
stoking
200 or 300
division,
young men have arrived, and they're saying things to young girls and
blaming the poor,
They hadn't got any pots and pans, so we gave them pots and pans to make the food on. Then we had the complaint that they hadn't got a fridge or a cooker.
being rude to Met Commissioner Sir Mark Rowley.
You say you took 5 years out of the force. There's probably people listening to this today wish it was a lot longer, and I'm
not going to sit here. If people want to be personally offensive, then write it in newspapers, but I'm not going to answer those questions.
Complaining about rabid trade union bosses.
Like you say, rabid union leaders. I don't always blame the members that are trying to hold the country to ransom. They've done it with the schools, they've done it with transport, they've done it with the health service.
Doxing local council members.
what we're going to do is look behind the mattress again. See if we can find a district councillor. I know the district councillor lives over there on a few hundred yards away.
Interviewing Home Secretary Suella Braverman on his own TV show.
Because it is a worldwide problem, Secretary. It needs a worldwide solution. Do you think they're listening to you?
Listen, I do. I think that what I was saying in my speech was actually an echo of what many other world leaders have said in the past.
Getting his mate to help stage a fake canvassing situation for an interview.
I recognise you. It's Steve, isn't it? Yeah, I recognise you. Don't just make out you don't make out you know who I am. You know I'm the candidate, but not a friend. All right.
Here he is at the Conservative Home Conference, ever hopeful of the Tories' chances at the next general election. And here's why.
It's very hopeful for me over the past few weeks because we've seen Rishi row back on the net zero stuff. We've seen Suella's speech, which I thought was brilliant last week. That was absolutely superb, and I told her so. And people are saying to me, "Thank God, finally, you're saying to us what we want to hear. Keep this up, and you'll get our vote next year." And I think we will. And I think this conference for me has been very positive. The mood is a lot better than what it was last year. There's no doom and gloom here. We're all looking forward to seeing what Suella has to say this afternoon. And then Rishi tomorrow dinner time. And I think if we keep it up, we're down to less than 10 points now in the opinion polls. As soon as it gets to 5 or 6, then we'll see the Labour Party wanting to kill each other, and we'll see the loonies on the left, and we'll see the unions, and we'll see Diane Abbott, who's no longer a Labour MP in Corbyn. They'll start spouting some nonsense, and it's going to be a free-for-all. And we just keep the ship calm, we'll be fine, and I think we'll win next year.
What do you think? Do you agree with Lee? Click here for some more Lee Anderson.